Good evening everyone. Today we will discuss the topic reproduction in protozoan animals. The reproduction in protozoan animals are two types. One is the asexual reproduction and the second one is the sexual reproduction. The first one, asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, one organism to produce the offspring or young ones without formation of gametes. So gametes formation jaragakunda oka organism or a single parent cell they can produce a young ones or offsprings. It is also called the asexual reproduction. In this process, a single parent cell capable to produce the young ones or offspring, it is also called the asexual reproduction. In this asexual reproduction, these offsprings are, the producing offsprings are not only identical but also these are the exact copies of their parent. So these are the not only identical and but also exact copies of their parents. It is also called the asexual reproduction. These exact copies, the word is also called the clone. So clone means these are the morphologically and genetically similar, hence it is also called the clone. So during the asexual reproduction, the offsprings are not only identical but also exact of their copies, and these are the morphologically and genetically both are similar, hence it is also called the clone. In this asexual reproduction, the advantages and the disadvantages both are present. The advantages are producing offspring, these are the morphologically and genetically similar to the parent individual, and the disadvantage is these are exhibits in uniparental inheritance. Uniparental inheritance. The uniparental inheritance means, for example, the parent individual which contains the genetical disorder. So these genetical disorder which passing to the a new offspring. So the genetical disorder which pass to the offspring compulsorily, it is the uniparental inheritance. పేరెంట్కి ఏదైనా డిసీజ్ ఉంటే ఆ డిసీజ్ అనేది ఎవరికి క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయబడిద్దమ్మా అంటే ఆఫ్స్ప్రింగ్కి. ఇట్ ఈస్ ది డిసడ్వాంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ అసెక్సువల్ రీప్రొడక్షన్. ఇక నెక్స్ట్, ఇన్ దిస్ అసెక్సువల్ రీప్రొడక్షన్ ఇన్ ప్రోటోజోవన్ యానిమల్స్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్. వన్ ఈజ్ ది బైనరీ ఫిజన్ and second one is the multiple fission. So these are the two types of asexual reproduction in protozoan animals. Protozoan animals, the asexual reproduction is mainly in two types. One is the binary fission and second one is the multiple fission. So first heading, binary fission. Binary fission, it is the most common in protozoan animals. It is the common method in protozoan animals and during the favorable conditions. So, in protozoan animals, during the favorable conditions, which performs the binary fissions. In this binary fission, first one, it involves the site nuclear division. It is also called the karyokinesis, and it is followed by the cytoplasmic division. It is also called the cytokinesis. So, during the binary fission undergoes the favorable conditions, and the first involves the nuclear division. It is also called the karyokinesis, and it is followed by the cytoplasmic division. It is also called the cytokinesis. The one parent individual which divided into two daughter individuals, it is also called the binary fission. Next one, this binary fission is classified into two types based on the presence of axis in protozoan animals. Based on the presence of axis, the binary fission is classified into two types. One is the longitudinal binary fission, and second one is the transverse binary fission based on the presence of axis, longitudinal and transverse binary fissions. Let's discuss the longitudinal binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission. In this longitudinal binary fission, these are seen in Euglena and Trypanosoma. These both organisms, one is the Euglena and second one is the Trypanosoma. These both organisms are exhibited longitudinal binary fission during the favorable conditions. In this longitudinal binary fission, the parent individual which can divided into two halves in longitudinally గా డివైడ్ చేసినప్పుడు parent individual అనేది two halves గా డివైడ్ చేయబడితే hence it is also called the longitudinal binary fission. So these are seen in Euglena. The structure of Euglena is these are the Euglena. The Euglena contains the two flagellas. One is the long flagellum and second one is the short flagellum. These two flagellas are arising the two basal granules. So these are the basal granule. the two basal granules arising in the two flagellas. One is the long flagellum and one is the short flagellum. And these are also contains the one contractile vacuole. It is the contractile vacuole. One contractile vacuole and stigma. These are the stigma. And parafascicular body. Parafascicular body. Next one, cytostome. Cytopharynx. And the reservoir. So these are the reservoir. So these all structures are presenting in anterior end of euglena. So what are the structures presenting in anterior end? The first one is the two flagellas are arising in anterior end of the body. One is the long flagellum and one is the short flagellum. These two flagellas are arising from the two basal granules. And second one, the one contractile vacuole and stigma, cytostome, cytopharynx and parafascicular body and reservoir. These all are presenting in anterior end of the body. And the center of the body, the nucleus is present. It is the center of the body. Around the nucleus, the chromatophores are present. These are the chromatophores. The chromatophores are present around the nucleus. Chromatophores. Okay. And below the pellicle, myonemes are also present. So these are the myonemes. It is a contractile fibrils. It is useful for the locomotion in protozoan animals like a euglena. And these myonemes are presenting in just below the pellicle. So these are the ultrastructure of flagella, euglena. So in this euglena, anterior end, the two, one short and long flagellum is also present, and contractile vacuole, stigma, parafascicular body, cytostome, cytopharynx and reservoir. These all are presenting in the anterior end, and the center of the euglena which contains the nucleus. In this nucleus, around the chromatophores are present. Then below the pellicle, the myonemes are also present. It is useful for locomotion. These are the contractile fibrils. So it is the structure of euglena. The process of longitudinal binary fission, it is occurs in the favorable conditions. So at first, the nucleus, basal granules, nucleus and chromatophores. These are the nucleus, chromatophores and basal granules and cytoplasm. These all are divided. So the division is occurs in nucleus, basal granules, chromatophores and cytoplasm. Then the nucleus is divided into mitotically. It is also called mitosis. So the nucleus is divided into two halves. It is also called the mitosis, and then also divided into chromatophores and basal granules. The first divides nucleus in mitotically or mitosis. They divided into two nuclei. It is the one and it is the another. So the two nuclei during the process of mitosis, and later divided into chromatophores and basal granules. So the division is occurs in the nucleus, basal granules, chromatophores and cytoplasm. At first, a small groove is appeared in anterior end of the body. During the longitudinal binary fission, the anterior part, middle of the part, small groove is appeared. So in longitudinal binary fission, it is the structure of euglena. At first, the middle of the euglena it is the middle of the euglena which forms a small groove. Small groove. This small groove extended posteriorly. So it is the groove extended posteriorly. So this groove extended posteriorly until the two daughter individuals are separated. In these two individuals, one euglena retains the parental flagella. So these euglena which retains the parental flagella, and other euglena which newly developed flagella and formed newly basal granule. సో ఫ్లాజెల్లా ఎరేజ్ కావాలి అంటే ఏం ఏర్పడాలమ్మా ముందు అంటే బేసల్ గ్రాన్యూల్. సో పేరెంట్కు ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక ఫ్లాజెల్లా విచ్ రిటైన్స్ ది డాటర్ వన్ డాటర్ ఇండివిజువల్ అండ్ అనదర్ డాటర్ ఇండివిజువల్, ఇట్ డెవలప్స్ ఏ న్యూ ఫ్లాజెల్లా, న్యూలీ ఫార్మ్డ్ బేసల్ గ్రాన్యూల్. న్యూ బేసల్ గ్రాన్యూల్ని ఫామ్ చేసుకొని దాని ద్వారా వేటిని ఏర్పాటు చేసుకుంటుందమ్మా అంటే న్యూ ఫ్లాజెల్లాని ఫార్మేషన్ చేసుకుంటుంది. ఓకేనా? సో these are finally divided into two daughter individuals in longitudinally, hence it is also called the longitudinal binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission. In this longitudinal binary fission, at first stigma, paraphyseal body, stigma and paraflagellar body and the reservoir or contractile vacuole, so these three are disappeared. What are the structures? the stigma, paraflagellar body and contractile vacuole. These three structures are at first before the division, these three structures are disappeared. So after the division, these both young ones are new offsprings or new individuals. The newly developed stigmas and paraphyseal body and contractile vacuole in both individuals are newly developed after the longitudinal binary fissions. Okay, why? Because the division at first, this stigma, paraphyseal body and contractile vacuole, these all are disappeared in parent individual. So these structures are, both individuals are newly developed. Then this longitudinal binary fission is also called the symmetrogenic division. Symmetrogenic division. Why it is called symmetrogenic division? Because these two individuals are like a mirror images. So these both are the morphologically and the genetically both are same size and shape and structure, and also the genetical variation does not occurs in this asexual reproduction. So these both are the identical to one another and the exact copies of their parent. So it is like a mirror images, hence the longitudinal binary fission is also called the symmetrogenic division. Okay, it is the longitudinal binary fission. The next class will discuss with transverse binary fission. Okay, so it is completed the longitudinal binary fission.